Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Chun, and today I've got a review of Titanic for you because I'm deciding that I want to start reviewing movies and shedding some light that has never been shed on them before. Yeah, a different tack on the reviews. But first, I should probably introduce this gameplay. I am, after all, supposedly a gameplay commentator and Forza car reviewer, so let's get on with that. So this gameplay, I can't really remember the backstory behind it. I think it was just, it went quite slowly to begin with, as you saw the number of people who started the match. And basically I ended up doing 31-4, that's the score. Maybe I should stop revealing these, and maybe you should have to watch them to find out what I do, but yeah, that was the score. Eventually things pick up. Things don't stay this slow throughout the whole thing, but this has some reasonable length, and that gives me enough time to talk about what I want to talk about with the Titanic. And plus, if I fall a bit short of the mark, I can just pop some music on, and hopefully you'll enjoy that just as much as you would enjoy me doing this commentary. So, Titanic. What do I think of the film Titanic? Well, it's a very good way to give yourself a menstrual clock for the first thing. However, that said, it's actually not that bad a film. You know, it's quite nice. It's like a mixing of the classes. You've got the rich girl and you've got the poor boy who's got nothing, and they meet through fate, and it's all going well. You know, he's slowly wearing her down, slowly showing her that money is shit and that being poor is the best way to live in life, and it's all going well. You know, this thing's happening. These two are starting to fall in love with each other, and it's going well, and then all of a sudden bad things start happening. I mean, and by the way, when I say bad things, I don't mean in terms of what happens in the film. I mean the film just gets awful. Because obviously you have them falling in love, it's all really good, and then you never really get to see where that thing goes, because all of a sudden, I don't know, I mean the filmmakers take the cheapest plot point in all of boat history. They take the cheapest plot point they possibly can. The ship sinks. Oh, well done, that's very original, isn't it? I mean, come on! How many films have you watched where people are out on ocean and the ship sinks? I was really kind of hopeful for the Titanic film. I was hoping really we could have like a nice film. Everybody goes out at sea. You know, maybe some people die for like some backstabbing type of thing, like they kill each other. But come on, man, the ship sinks. Really? Really? Is that the best you could come up with? The ship sinks? I mean, come on. I've seen more original plot points in horror films. People die. It's like, come on. I mean, the ship sinks? I can't get over that. I mean, they had something good going on there. They had the special effects. The ship looked awesome. It was like a nice ship. I mean, they even call it the unsinkable ship. I mean, is that supposed to be ironic? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, they're calling it the unsinkable ship. That's supposed to be ironic? Nah, man. Come on. I mean, the biggest problem with the ship sinking, really, is it doesn't leave any room for Titanic 2, you know, fall in love again. You know what I mean? You know, the ship has sunk, you can't really make a sequel out of that, and that's a big problem. I mean, it would be a big movie franchise if they could just make a sequel out of it, but they can't because the ship sunk. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. You sunk the ship again. Brilliant. Fantastic stuff. The other thing I think Titanic fails at is being a rom-com. I mean, there's no doubt it is a rom-com, there's no doubt. I mean, you have that fat lady making jokes, but the problem is, when you have a fat lady making jokes, the jokes need to be funny. You know, people need to laugh. I did not find myself understanding a single one of that fat rich woman's jokes at all. I mean, they're all positively awful jokes. I mean, if you're going to make a rom-com, you have to make people laugh, and Titanic just didn't do that. It was a bit too sad, a bit too depressing, really, to make it as a rom-com, which is a real shame. I mean, it's like they don't really understand what a rom-com actually is. That's kind of my point, you know. I'm watching this rom-com and I'm thinking, when is it going to get funny? And the thing is, it doesn't. I mean, you slowly think, oh yeah, it's going to get funny that she's dancing on her toes, you know, that's awesome. Humiliating all the poor boys, that's quite funny. and then all of a sudden the ship sinks, and then of course it just takes a turn for the tragic again, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I think they were about to get good with this film. You know, I mean, the thing is, if you're going to make a rom-com, you might as well make it funny. I mean, I don't mean to harp on about this, but you know, when I watch a film that's dubbed as a romantic comedy, I do expect to at least smile, or I have a moment where I actually giggle a little bit to myself. You know, yeah, not brilliant, and at all, and yeah, I mean, I can't really fault the special effects of this film, but or the first half of it. It's not that bad at all. But the biggest problems with it are it's supposed to be a rom-com and fails completely, and the ship sinks. I mean, lacking originality. It's lacking originality and comedy, and they are two big sins. So for that, I'm going to have to rate the Titanic 0.5 out of 10. The other thing that I think Titanic fails at is being a rom-com. Is because you know, being a I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say that seriously.
Spaces between us, you have come to show you go near, far, wherever you are. I believe that the heart does go. When I loved you, one true